Roy Hutchinson held earlier this year in the spring. Were any of you, I recognize some faces that were there earlier this year. What that event was essentially a town hall meeting on why we have to increase the taxes on every single person in Illinois, and there's no other way about it. So we decided to get up here and bring in some experts and discuss the budget on how we can do without raising taxes. As many of you know, I'm running for state representative because I believe the status quo has to go. We cannot afford the same leadership that we've had for the last 8 years. I hate to sound partisan, but at this point I am. We've had one-party control of the House of Representatives, of the Illinois Senate, and of the governor's mansion for 8 years. And what measurable results have we seen? There's a lot of talk. I want to be state representative because I want to bring jobs back to Illinois. I believe that we need to hold the line on taxes, and we need to fight corruption in Springfield. We hear a lot about the successes in Indiana, in Governor Mitch Daniels, how things are going over there. I always ask people, why is Indiana, why do they have $1 billion surplus, and we're so far in debt? I ask people, is it because Indiana has richer farmland? The answer is no. Is it because they have a more eager workforce? No. Is it because they have bigger cities? No. Is it because they have better government? The answer is yes. And there's a lot that we can learn from Governor Daniels. His sole purpose as governor, I had the pleasure to have lunch with him at a function in the Illinois Policy Institute at Adam and I attended. And Mitch Daniels said something that made a lot of sense to Adam and I, and that is, as governor of Indiana, Mitch Daniels wants to make sure that every single resident has as much expendable income as possible. As a legislator, we want every single Illinoisan to have as much of their own income as possible. You can spend it better than the government can spend it. And then what else? Well, we had talked a little bit about Quinn's salary increases. And I know Bill Brady's doing a good putting out the message that Quinn had given his top aides a 20% increase in their yearly salary. Now that 20% sounds like a lot of money, but I don't think it does it justice in one case. His budget director, whose name escapes me, Vaughn, I believe was his last name. Quinn's budget director received a 20% increase in his salary. Does anybody have any idea what 20% increase would equate to in dollars? It's a $24,000 a year raise he got this year during his budget crisis. And what's Quinn's answer to it? It's just the way things work in government. But Ed and I are just extremely pleased that everyone came out here today. We're going to be available for questions. Right now, thank you very much to our guest speakers who did a great job.